the motherfucking Lion King, aka Hamlet with animals. And I got the 4K, by the way. I got the 4K of the Green Knight, and I mean it's sounds and looks like God. That's all I'll say. But yeah, goddamn, the Lion King. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest. Oh, let's see what Black. His number 10 is Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimension. Great duels and an amazing story as well. And the great end to the manga. And rest in peace, Kazuki Takahashi. All right, man. I never really got too into Yu-Gi-Oh, but right on, dude. Good stuff. So yeah, The Lion King. God, this is a movie that I saw in theaters opening weekend, and I just remember what I love about The Lion King is that it's everything. It's everything that's great about cinema, packaged in a very accessible thing for a kid. And I mean, you could say that about any Disney movie, right? But this is my movie. This is my Disney movie. This is the pretty much the only Disney movie that I'm like super attached to. Like a Goofy movie and Emperor's New Groove are up there too, but none of them come close to how much I love the Lion King. I love this story. I mean, yeah, sure, it's Hamlet, but I never fucking read Hamlet. Okay, I've seen the Lion King like 100 times though, you know, and I really enjoy like. First of all, let's get the filmmaking stuff out of the way. Can we talk about the music real quick? I'm not just talking about Elton John's musical numbers. Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer's score for this is so like epic and so sweeping, and just like everything from like well, yeah, the opening song to that song, that very short clip where you see Simba running back to Pride Rock and you have that chorus like just going wild. All of it is just so great. And like the songs are so goddamn catchy. I just can't wait to be king, be prepared. Those are just, I still like sing those to myself sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, like I love the fuck out of those songs. And when I was a kid, oh man, I was such a Simba dude. I was such a like my grandma used to call me licenciado, which is a lawyer, but also it's just like a way of saying like leader. That was like her nickname for me. And I do remember like when I was a kid, like I was like the leader of the fucking like kids in the block, like I remember one time, I was like 5 or 6 years old, and my dad, we had a bunch of family and a bunch of friends over, and like I think I watched The Simpsons or something, and I didn't even know what this word meant, but I thought it sounded so cool. I, I got like my cousins and a couple of the neighborhood friends to like stand behind me while we marched around the neighborhood, going, "We surrender, we surrender." Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, no, like I always saw myself like in Simba, So the fact that this movie like very directly deals with death and all that shit, let me see. Lion King was a really good movie. I'm Gen X. I mean, yeah, honestly, I mean, Mufasa's like death scene is one of the most like heart wrenching and traumatic things, especially for a kid. Like, especially when it's like Simba is like trying to lift him, but his body's limp and like God. And Jonathan Taylor Thomas just perfect as young Simba, and all that shit. I've studied and taught, but I've never seen The Lion. Are you talking about you studied Hamlet or The Lion King? That's cool. Either way. Um, but yeah, like The Lion King, man, like just that story of again, like you're gonna see a theme here. I like stories of like earning your humanity and your place in things. And like I need to I here's the thing. On escaping a spinning room, the secondary actor Mikey, like he was a actor, like act like he was more of a theater guy. I think that's the only movie that he's ever been in was mine. But yeah, like we as you do with actors, you start to form like a really close bond and all that. And I actually saw his Hamlet. But like the thing is, I don't know. Like if you're not, I feel like if you go see Shakespeare and you're not familiar with like all the dialogue up front, like a lot of it just like sounds foreign to you. So while I got what was going on, like I feel like I just need to read Hamlet and then we'll go watch Hamlet to get full experience on that. But let me see. Darth Vader, he had me at Vader. It's Return of the Jedi. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, that's another yeah another traumatic dad death, right? But with the Lion King again, it's just like it's kind of what I love. It's about someone who starts off like really under like appreciating everything, And then what I love is that like Simba is a coward. Simba ran away from his responsibilities, and that's when he becomes his most lovable. That's when he's like his happiest and all that shit. And it is only through dealing with his past that he's able to fully come into his own and earn his place. And oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Yeah. Good shit, dude. The resurrection of Jake the Snake, just simply motivation. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Um, let me see. Shakespeare works best performed or read out loud. Reading it can be difficult. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that could be the trick for sure. I mean, the thing is, Mikey loves Shakespeare, and he was always telling me that I need to get into Shakespeare. I actually like. I saw him. I saw him. I saw him do two plays. He did the lead in The Shape of Things, the Neil LaBute play. Like, oh man, he was a great, fantastic performance. But yeah, let me see. Please tell me how. Mikey. Sorry, man. I sorry to break it to you, man. It's not in my top 10. But the Lion King again, it's just pure animated cinematic gold. It's a great like, here's what film is to show to a little kid. And it's just another movie that every time I see it just takes me back to being that 5-year-old kid in the theater, between my mom, my dad, my little brothers sitting next to me, and like they were my little brothers. Like I was 5. Like my middle brother was 3. My youngest brother was like 1 or 2 when it came out. So the fact that like I knew that nobody else got what was going on deeper in this movie but me, my mom, and my dad, and considering what the movie is about, like that was a really powerful experience for me. And it's one that I'll never forget. And it's one of the reasons why I love the shit out of that movie. My throat's getting a little dry, so give me a second and I'll be right back with my number 8 movie.